So we have the story here. Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker gets a very different look in Star Wars The Force Awakens concept art. Oh, perhaps he won't look like a man that just woke up out of bed. When it comes to the Star Wars films, there's an unbelievable amount of thought that goes into production. Well, that's an opinion. That's an opinion. From the design of each of the unique planets and details on the droids to the hairstyles Luke Skywalker is going to don after 30 years away from audiences ahead of his brief return in 2015's Force Awakens, Mark Hamill's almost donned a bun for his comeback. Take a look. It's not the worst. I mean, it looks very samurai. Which it references in this article as well, but yeah, it looks very samurai. I think, the Jedi remind me of kind of like samurai, so I think this would be fine. Kind of I don't know, like an elder teacher kind of look. I mean, I don't know. I think it's fine. I mean, I know the man bun doesn't really have its manliest place in society right now, but I think in that kind of character context it would have been fine, but whoa, now that's a lot different than the Luke Skywalker we saw in the sequel trilogy. Lucasfilm's concept artist Christine Alsman shared this image on Instagram to show fans his original vision for Mark Hamill. It was designed back in 2013 before the actor arrived to suit up for his iconic role. Alsman said Luke Skywalker was originally thought up as Colonel Kurtz type, the antagonist in Coppola's Apocalypse Now, which the great Marlon Brando portrayed. That didn't call for a bald look for Hamill, but a much longer beard and a long hair pulled up into a bun. The look seems to channel one of the old samurai warriors, and George Lucas was very much drawn to Japanese cinema. With his work in Star Wars, but in the end, the man bun was cut and Luke let his long hair down with a shorter beard. I can imagine the discussion that might have gone on. That might have been some kind of Lucasfilm office poll about which Luke better appealed to people. Mark Hamill's appearance at the end of The Force Awakens is the last image fans were left with for 2 years before Rian Johnson, The Last Jedi, unfolded his story further. Unfolded his story further. Yet again, another way of putting it. I don't know if he really unfolded a story as in completely and utterly destroy the amazing character that was. But that's just an opinion. Alsman shares another image of his design for Luke here. Looks like he's sitting in sand. Well, that's weird. Maybe a dream, maybe a nightmare for Star Wars in the... Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, just kind of sitting in sand. All right. It's definitely an awesome concept for Luke after his years in isolations. I could also see Ewan McGregor pulling off a look like this for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which is coming to Disney. Going forward, Mark Hamill is said to definitely not return to the role. Ewan McGregor, I like Ewan McGregor. I've loved him ever since Train Spotting. I liked his character. I never thought he was a problem. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series, oh man, I hope they do something good with it. That's all I hope for. Like, you can be in a very negative place with Star Wars, and I think I am, and I think a lot of people are. But at the very least, we have to have some kind of hope. Like, there has to be like a little bit of light at the end of that tunnel. As long as the light isn't Pennywise, I think we'll be fine. Here's his statement, though. I had a beginning, middle, and an end. Those films gave me far more than I ever expected when we started out, so it's never even occurred to me. My farewell was in episode 9, and it was bittersweet. I love all those people, and I certainly have affection for George and the characters he created. I'm full of gratitude for what it has given me in my career, but I don't want to be greedy. There are still so many more stories to tell, and so many great actors to tell them. They don't need me. Man. They need... I would have no problem with Mark Hamill coming back. I don't know anybody that would. And they could always put great actors in there. I mean, I'm just... My personal opinion is, like what a lot of people have reported is, I think he became more than just an actor with a character. Like, he became Luke in a way. Like, people loved his character. There was people changed their lives because of his character. And then you saw the way he was treated. I mean, his own statements. I mean, it doesn't seem like his statements were made in jest. It seems like he was treated fairly badly, treated as if they were just going to use him in certain parts and they didn't really care about him or his character, which, after watching the movies, you clearly get the feeling that no one really cared about Luke. Luke was there. People loved Luke, but they didn't really love him the way I think a lot of fans did. I mean, just my personal opinion and just the way it looks like they treated him. The future of Star Wars is certainly bright, with Ewan McGregor going back to his prequel character, and Diego Luna playing Rogue One's Cassian again for the same streaming service. The Mandalorian looks to be setting itself up for a massive second season, and we can always go back to the 9 episodes movie series. There's a number of new Star Wars films in the works that are separate from the Skywalker saga, including one being called, made by Thor Ragnarok's Taiki. I'm terrible. I'm not even going to say that because I'm going to destroy it. Stay tuned here for some. I don't know. I think a lot of us have hope. I'll say that. I mean, I didn't mind The Mandalorian. I watched that. I didn't think it. I didn't mind it. It didn't seem ridiculous. A lot of things they did, I enjoyed. There's things that they did right that I was worried that they weren't going to do right. So it's hope. And to be honest, with everything that's going on, I think they'll change, because even if it goes against their own views that they want to put into their movies and their characters and how much they have issues with the fans, the bottom line is the money. And if they're not making the money, I think they're willing to change their movies to make that money. And if it means doing something different or going a different way that they weren't expecting, I think they'd do that just for financial sake. So, that's just my opinion. It's just what I think. Cheesy, but that's all I have to say. I just saw this and I thought I'd make a little video because in the end, I still love Star Wars. All right. See you later.